Good morning. It is, what time is it? Wow, 11:54 a.m. It's almost not morning anymore. I'm Christiana Ellis, and although I got up reasonably recently, I got dragged in to a discussion about Dungeons and Dragons rules. It was fun, though. So in any event, I am talking today about John Wick 3, which I went to see last night and liked. I think, gosh, I'm suddenly struck with context questions about how to review John Wick 3. I think the biggest question is, because it's number 3, probably if you're interested in a review, it's because you did see 1 or 2, probably liked them, and are interested in if 3 continues the trend. And I would say yes, by and large. I don't think I was quite as thrilled as in the first 2. It has a lot of great stuff, but I don't know if I was. I think part of it is just that when John Wick 1 came out, it was so new and refreshing and different, right? And then John Wick 2 evolves it a little bit, and then 3 evolves it a little bit more, but it might just bear more thinking about to see how I feel about those changes. They're not like dramatic ones. It's not suddenly a rom-com or something. But it does have it has all of the sort of great stuff that you would expect, colorful opponents, adversaries, lots of John Wick being awesome, lots of good dogs, more than you might think, in fact. And Keanu Reeves just continuing to be, this awesome Terminator of a guy. And it's got, diverse locales, good fight scenes, some humor. Without getting into spoilery details, I will say that there was a little bit of stuff toward the end that I feel like was more ambiguous than maybe they intended it to be, or maybe they did intend it to be, but it's the sort of thing like someone does something and you're like, wait, so did they do that for real, or do they understand something else is happening? And it leaves the final note of the movie feeling a little bit unclear as a result. And so that, I think, maybe that's just on me that I missed some clue that was supposed to make it really obvious. But other than some minor questions in that regard, it's definitely action-packed. It has lots of humor in it. There's lots of fight sequences. For example, there is an early one where there's lots of knife throwing. You will know the scene when you get there. That's pretty dramatic. There is at one point a motorcycle sword fight. That's pretty good. There's lots of fun stuff in it, and on the whole, I think that if you are a fan of the John Wick series, then you'll absolutely enjoy this one. If you're not yet a fan of the John Wick series, so let's imagine some hypothetical person here that has not seen either 1 or 2 and is curious about seeing 3 because it's on the big screen. Honestly, yeah, I think it would be fine. Like, the thing you have to understand about these movies is that they don't really take place in our world per se. There's this, all of this world building about this society of assassins and all of the stuff that they can do. And frankly, a lot of it is played to kind of a ridiculous, surreal degree, meaning like people are getting killed like right in the middle of the floor on the train station, in the train station, and there's a whole crowd of people around and nobody even reacts to, hey, that guy just got his head cut off by a sword. So, because it's really meant to sort of convey that this is like everything is taking place slightly out of phase with the rest of the world, which I think is interesting. But certainly if you're not expecting that, that would be maybe a good thing to be aware of going in, so you don't just go like, wait, what the hell? In any event, there is a lot of this world building too, but it's mostly just known for just having Keanu Reeves being super badass in all of these really high impact action sequences. And that's what these movies are. They're great. And that's what I would recommend. So you could certainly go back and watch the first one if you want, but I would say, honestly, I don't think you'll be too lost if you're willing to just throw yourself in the middle. All you really need to know is, Keanu Reeves used to be a bad guy, then he tried to retire, and now he got drawn back in again. That's really all you need to know. If you are some person who didn't like John Wick 1 or 2, and now you're asking about 3, I would say it's fine to not like 1 or 2, but I think that it would be weird for you to expect 3 to be sufficiently different that you would like that one if you didn't like the others. Anyway, now that I'm done doing movie reviews for hypothetical people, I liked it. I think I wasn't as blown away as I was by 1 or 2, but that's not necessarily like a big criticism so much as to say it's just kind of continues on that track. So I will leave it there, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.